Girl, look in the mirror. Man, you so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this reaction video, man, is I'm going back to what I always talk about before. I haven't talked about it in a while. That men should not play stepfathers. You shouldn't be a stepfather to a woman who has multiple children or even one child. The reason why I'm doing it is because a gentleman asked a question in my comments in response to a video I did about a woman who discovered that her children were being SA'd by her husband. And he said, what about these women? What about women who was actually good women? And I believe she actually was a good woman. You got to go look at my video from yesterday. But he said, what about women that are good women who are dogged out by men and they're single mothers? Should we give them a chance? So, short answer, no. Because it takes years for a woman to get over her trauma. It could take a lot of time, and you're going to be suffering. No woman should be dating any man if she hasn't addressed her own traumas first. I'm just letting you know right now. But let me go ahead and get to this video before I get started. Yeah, 1 second. I want you to hear what this woman says, and I want you to understand this. Almost all single mothers, almost all of them, think like she do, but they're not going to tell you that. Let's get it.
Do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying.
Now, you hear that? Did you hear that? They're going to get deeper than that. I'm going back into the beginning because I want to break down what she said. She said, we will make the guy that we don't like do everything. And I've said many times in other videos that beta male have rules put on them. Alpha males don't have rules put on them. What does that mean? That means you as a beta male will have to date this woman for a month or 2 months or 3 months before she give you some nookie or anything like that of that nature. An alpha male, she'll give it to us on the first day or the first week that we meet her. It don't take us that long because she'll put rules on you because she don't like you. She'll make you spend money. She'll make you do X, Y, and Z. She'll make you jump through hoops because she's not really attracted to you. But the alpha male, she's attracted to, and she don't want to let him go, so she'll do whatever he wants her to do. And that's what she meant. I'm just breaking it down. And then she said, when he asked her about her husband, did you like your husband? She stopped and said, I'm not going to embarrass him any further on the internet, which means this woman is still currently married. After she said the first insult, the second insult is when she said he was a simp. And when I saw that he was a simp, I took advantage of him or I got him. Okay, let's keep going.
Do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got
boom, boom. This gentleman asked her, what is your husband's qualities? She didn't say that he protects. She didn't say that he's a good, kind-hearted man, that he's considerate. She answered that question. She didn't even say protection or provide. She said, I have 3 kids. Now, we know that means that she expected to provide, but I want you to understand, look, you gotta look at the devil's in the details, man. She didn't even bother to say that he's a provider and he takes care of my kids. The first thing she said is, I got 3 kids. Boy, I'm telling you, a lot of you stepfathers out there, you're being suckers and don't know it. There's a lot of men in my comments and a lot of men who made videos like this before who have said that they was in relationships with women who had children by other men for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and then it ended. So what that means is it's a terrible long-term investment. You will not get no return. I've done videos where the man was taking over another man's child. He was in a relationship and he was playing stepdaddy. But when that woman, that daughter, became old enough to marry, she wanted her biological father to give her away at the wedding, even though the stepfather was in her life providing and protecting, and the stepdaddy was a deadbeat and wasn't doing nothing. Because there will always be a connection between that flesh and blood child with her flesh or his flesh and blood child to him. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. You shouldn't be doing it, man. I know a lot of you in those relationships right now. I know these baby mamas can look fine and stuff like that, but it's too much of a hassle. Start your own family, man. You won't have to worry about her messing around with the baby daddy. You don't have to worry about him calling and check on the kids, because ain't no such thing as a man who wants to have a woman that another man has accessibility to in any type of way whatsoever. It doesn't matter if that woman is not with him no more. If that woman can't stand him no more, she is still connected to him, especially if he is an active baby daddy, man. Ain't no man want to tell you that. Ain't nobody gonna say, I want a woman who has another man in that life. They ain't gonna tell you that. No man will tell you that. Save yourself the headache, man. If you're gonna smash and dash, you smash and dash. But it's best to get your own family, man. Real talk. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
For one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And a nigga supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take care of me and my kids.
So, like, you automatically get these responsibilities?
Yes.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
I have between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, they're about the odds. I fuck with that now.
It might be 4 suckers, but you gotta understand, them 4 suckers will break bread. And this woman got an attitude. This is not no wifey, man. This is not a wifey. That's something to play with, not nothing to stay with. You dig what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be with this, man. That's not what you're supposed to be with. Why does she got 3 kids, and why the man don't want to be with her, or why she don't want to be with those men? How come the men don't want her so desperately that he said, I'm gonna make this work and be with my children? There's a lot of issues going on with this woman. And you a sucker if you get with a woman like that, and there's a lot of men who are suckers like this, man, who would take care of other men's children like this. And meanwhile, she only with you because of what you're doing for her. She don't care about you. She could be a little bit thankful that you're doing something because she's thankful she got a patsy to do something. I know it's harsh what I'm saying to you, but I'm trying to tell especially the younger men, man, get you your own family, man. Build your own, I don't care what nationality or woman. Get your own family, man. It's a headache trying to deal with women who have these kids, man. They're going to be masculine. They're going to be aggressive. I'm telling you, almost every woman, nearly all women who are single mothers are aggressive and masculine and will not respect your authority or even want to really follow your leadership. She'll follow your leadership with conditions and stuff. Well, if you say something like, I want a woman of God, I want the Bible says something like you need to be submissive. She'll counter that with, well, you got to be a man of God and you're supposed to be doing, she'll always have a rebuttal. Women who are single mothers will always have a rebuttal. They'll always be aggressive and they always will be masculine. In other words, there'll be a fucking headache. I know that sounds messed up, but the majority of them are. I ain't gonna say all, but when I say majority, please do understand. I mean damn near 98 to 99% of them. Please understand that.
I fuck with that now.
Probably about 4.
They're about the odds. All right.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's so that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, a nigga that's, so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
I probably have one. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating bad.
Now, you heard that? I want you to understand what that gentleman just said, if you missed that. He said to her,
and what he alleges in
excuse
this
me
interview,
right quick, y'all. He said to her that you're just catching sucker balls. And she said, yeah. Now, keep in mind, she just said she married. So she calling her own husband a sucker. And he said, how many men really falling for that? That's actually about something. It's like none. It's suckers, simps. This coming out of her mouth, man, not just mine. So let me go ahead and put this other thing up here. Now, this is a delusional brother, man. This brother right here, I want you to hear exactly what he about to tell you. It's so delusional that it's confusing. Where is it at? Yeah, this is it right here. Now, I want y'all to play. Sorry, I ain't trying to laugh. Please listen to this.
The very reason why he said that he didn't want to marry me was literally the reason why he was like, I can't let nobody else raise this boy. Like, I cannot allow anybody outside of his biological father. I can't let him call anybody else daddy. Like,
now, did you hear that? I'm gonna back it up too. I'm gonna tell you why I'm backing it up. She's telling you about a sucker simp, lame simp, step daddy, what do you want to call him, in that audience, and you finna see him. She just told you that they were about to break up, but he became emotionally attached to that child, and he said, I cannot allow another man to call this child daddy. I want this child that is not my child to call me daddy. I want nobody else to call this child daddy other than the real biological father. So the child can call the real biological father daddy, that's okay. But the child has to also call me daddy because I am emotionally attached to this child. And I do not want to leave this woman who has a child with another man just so another man can come in, get close to the child, and then that child will call him daddy. This is a stuck, lost man. I'm gonna play it, but just think about how confusing that was what I just said. I had to slow it down and repeat it. Do you see how delusional? I'm gonna tell you this right here. When you have a child of your own, you don't have to develop an attachment to your child. You don't have to create a bond with your child. It's already there. It's paternal. When you are a stepfather or a stepmother or step anything, then you have to create a bond. You have to tolerate it. You have to learn how to become attached. You have to get attached to a child. You know why? Because it's not natural for you to be raising someone else's child. What is natural is that you have children with your own wife or own husband, and you naturally have a bond to that child because that's your flesh and blood. It's natural. You don't have to work at it. I mean, think about it. Now, let me go ahead and play this.
the very reason why he said that he didn't want to marry me was literally the reason why he was like, I can't let nobody else raise this boy. Like, I cannot allow anybody outside of his biological father. I can't let him call anybody else daddy. Like,
wow.
This is my boy.
Man, I've been
like,
so
and
rapport with him so quick.
yeah.
It was almost like, dang, the very thing I said, I don't want to. I'm gonna leave you alone was the very thing that killed. That was like the glue almost. Yeah. Even when we was shaky, I was like, dang, I can't tell Kaden I'm about to leave.
Now, I want you to think about what he just said. Now, the child that is not his was like the glue that kept the relationship going. I can't tell this other man's child that I'm about to leave. I don't want to break this other man's child's heart. Now, she don't look like much, in my humble opinion. She's not attractive. She's overweight. That gentleman was well-groomed and looked like he might have been about 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". He could have got him another woman. But this is what happens when you're weak-minded. I know you don't like to hear that, but that's what happens. When you're weak-minded, you don't even pay attention to the other options that you got. You're operating through scarcity. I want you to know this. He didn't stay with her or try to make it work with her based on he wanted to be with her. He stayed with her based on the child. So they gonna always have some kind of problem. And she knows now, because he's a weak sucker, lame simp, she knows that if there's any threat of him leaving, she could pull the kid cord on him and he gonna stay. Some of y'all, this is like poker, man. Y'all have too many tails, man. Y'all have too many things showing other people your weaknesses and stuff because you talk too damn much. For one, you pillow talk. Not only do you pillow talk, you show your weaknesses like he did. She runs that relationship. You see how she was more masculine in her speech and verbiage than he was? He was real more soft-spoken, like, I just can't believe that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, man, come on, bro. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button if you're watching, especially if you can watch like 2 or 3 videos. hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. And much thanks and many thanks to everybody who has supported this show. I greatly appreciate it. But for the rest of you that's just watching, hit that subscribe button, please. I greatly appreciate that as well. Y'all take it easy now, you hear?